Yeah. Whenever you're ready, I'll put the intro on and we can go. All right. Yeah, let me send my shit. All right, bet. I'm about to start the intro right now. All right. About to start the intro. We live.
Live, pop up, pop up,
Pop up on them. How you
pop up.
mean?
Get it.
I already know, bro. Ooh. So what is this episode 25? 25.
Gente
Getting up there. We're
dices.
getting up there. We're getting up there.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting up there. All right. So without no further ado, we got definitely a lot to talk about today. So we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna start with the less heavy stuff as usual, and then we're gonna move into the more heavy stuff. Everybody that's in there right now, already in the chat, already in here with us. Thank you. We appreciate you holding it down. I didn't even pick what I wanted to start with. So much options. All right, so let's start. Let's talk about let's talk about this MLB thing. I'm gonna talk about that first. We're gonna talk about some of this juicier stuff later. So right now, I don't know if y'all heard the MLB All-Star game was supposed to be in Georgia. Like they were supposed to hold it in Georgia for I don't know when exactly it is because I don't pay that much attention to baseball, but so now after what happened in Georgia with the whole voting situation where like we spoke about that last episode where basically now the whole voting situation in Georgia is just messed up. Like no one would even barely wants to vote. So in response to that and then that negative reception, the MLB decided that they don't want to do anything in Georgia. They don't want to handle no business with Georgia. So they're looking to go move it to somewhere else. I don't remember reading where exactly they've switched it to, like where they've chosen, but I guess we'll see. Maybe they said it or not. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up.
I'll double check.
Yeah, just double check for me real quick. That'd be cool. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that was a little bit too? You think they're doing the right thing by putting their foot down and making that decision, or you think that that's a little bit too steep of a consequence, or they taking it too far? You think, Don? What you think?
I think that it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to make a stance on something, you gotta stand hard, and
Right.
that's a good way of doing it. Like take away the entertainment, take away the sports,
Right.
especially where everything's going on at. Then you got to do what you got to do. So I believe they made a right move with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think, like we talked about before in other episodes, like even in the sports world, you know what I mean? Like they got to start putting their foot down and making moves that deflect some of these incorrect and negative political moves that are going on. Because at the end of the day, we the people, we the ones that support the whole sports movement. You know what I mean? Like they need their fans, and I think it's important that they show that they on the right side. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
Certain things, because regardless of
Absolutely.
what you believe in or what side politically you on, that whole voting situation in Georgia is wrong. So Clay, what about you? What you hear? What you read? And if anything, give me your opinion.
Yeah. First, I'll give my opinion. Definitely, I'm glad that they did something like this. It definitely shows that they are standing, with the people and they're not thinking twice about it, because
Right.
that whole voting situation in Georgia is definitely a whole nother story that we'll get into.
They're not thinking twice about it,
But definitely what I was able to read up on this situation is that they have not yet finalized a new city. They are, looking to have a new city in the works and planned and ready to be announced soon, but hasn't been announced yet.
Right.
But it sucks. I mean, especially with Atlanta having, one of the, well, as far as I know, one of the, best teams in the Atlanta Braves in the league, and
Yeah.
for them to have to deal with something like this where they can't get the All-Star game get hosted closer to home. I know for the players, it must suck for them as well.
Right. And I've been over there too. Like in Atlanta, I went to the Brave Stadium. I believe that's where they were going to do it at. And it's like the whole area over there is pretty brand new. I think they only built it up about 3-4 years ago at most. I think maybe even less. And it's really cool over there. So I mean, it's a shame that is not. I'm pretty sure everyone in Georgia and in Atlanta, especially, was looking forward to going out there and seeing the game and showing their support. But I completely understand why they're doing what they're doing. I support it completely. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For real.
I think a lot of both the NFL, which they're far from doing shit like this, but the NFL and the NBA could both take a page out of that book and look at what they're doing, and because it'll make moves, man. I'm telling you, like these politicians and the government, this business and tourism and stuff like that, and people coming to their cities to see games. That's
And
their
I would
money.
throw
That's
FIBA in the mix too, because
word.
FIBA. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? FIBA, they stand by a lot. You know what I'm saying? I would say FIBA as well.
Word, them too, yeah. Because of course, you
But
got
NBA,
color.
the NBA kind of be on it though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The NBA be on it.
Yeah, the NBA be on it. You know what I mean? So
NBA be on it. Because there's a lot of things I see slide, both politically and even with players in the NBA that I know. I mean, it'll slide like in the NFL and stuff. I'm like, if that was the NBA, it would not go down like that. Yeah. So the NBA is pretty strict with certain things, and certain things are a little bit too strict. We're gonna get into a little bit of that later. But for now, let's keep it moving off that. We'll keep it, see what happens with that whole situation. Next thing I want to talk about is this. I'm not sure what's going on with this, but this is this whole situation with Lil Uzi and Southside and JT, the girl, or whatever I don't know what her name is.
JT, Young Miami.
From the City Girls, JT Miami or whatever. So what exactly is this? I was confused. I was reading about it like yesterday, and I saw Southside respond to Uzi in some kind of way, and I believe he was upset about something that Uzi said about somebody. I don't know, but if one of y'all knows, because I didn't get it. So I did not get.
So from what I seen,
to be honest,
from what I seen, what's happening is y'all know Lil Uzi Vert and JT they together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
So for now.
Yeah, right. So
Word.
JT, you know what I'm saying, she stay on live with Young Miami, you know what I'm saying, and Lil Uzi be like popping in on the live and talking to Young Miami, and I think that like Young Miami and Lil Uzi Vert, they don't really click, you know what I'm saying? Like at first I thought they was joking, but like
who exactly is Young Miami?
She's a city girl. She's the
other girl that's in the other. Okay.
You got JT and Young Miami, and Young Miami, her real name's Carisha, so they call her Carisha. So in the live,
that's where I was confused. Cause I keep saying somebody used the name. I'm like, who was Carisha? Like that's what I didn't get. I didn't understand. But okay, continue.
Yeah. So Lil Uzi was on the live, and he was talking he just be talking shit to Carisha or Young Miami or whatever you want to call her. You know what I'm saying? Like I get that's JT. Nah. Young Miami is 808 Mafia or Southside or whatever that nigga name is. That's his baby mama. You know
baby
what I'm
mama.
saying?
Okay.
So she has a baby by him.
So
he's seen that.
This is making sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's seen Lil Uzi was talking shit to her on live. So I guess you know what I'm saying. He was snapping on. I'm gonna put the video in like after. I wish I could pull it up right now, but he was snapping on Uzi talking about some man.
You about to get robbed by Offset or some shit like that?
He's like, man, don't talk to my bitch like that. Oh yeah, all this stuff, all this crazy stuff, bro. And he's like, man, you was about to get robbed by Offset. I stopped that. You was about to get robbed at the studio. I stopped that. I'm like, this nigga.
Yo, and you know what's crazy is that like I tell people all the time, like obviously I live in New York right now, but I spent my fair share of time in Florida and Palm Beach and all that. And no matter where I go, bro, I tell people all the time, don't mess with niggas in the South and they baby mamas, bro. They do not play like, and I kid you not, like out of any place.
I've heard you say that before.
Yeah. For real, everywhere I've seen, whether it be New York or on the West Coast, every nigga that got baby mamas, they do not take it seriously like how niggas in the South do, bro. They don't play about their baby mamas. They don't care what she could have a new man. She could have 10 other kids. She could not be talking to the nigga. They do not play. Like they ride or die. And I respect that, to be honest. Like if that's the mother of your child, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of the relationship that y'all got, there should be a level of respect there.
Lil Uzi do be getting dumb disrespect. Like I be listening to him in the live.
Yeah,
like,
he seemed like he got a lot of childish ways.
You can tell he's like real childish. Like even the way he talked to JT, I think he said she gonna do something if he tell him to, or if he tell her to, she gonna do it, or you know what I'm saying. He's just wilding out.
Yeah.
So like you know what I'm saying.
Crazy.
Southside came and checked him for that shit, and I respect it, bro. Do you think?
Yeah, and from what I saw, how he responded, he was kind of like he kind of bitched out, like he was like, she my friend, blah blah blah. I always talk to her.
Uzi responded.
I didn't know he
responded.
Yeah, I don't think he responded like directly tweeting back at Southside, but he had tweeted something like, what's her name? The girl,
Carisha.
Miami, Young Miami. He's like, that's my friend, that's the homegirl. We always play like that or whatever. So He was obviously
That's
trying
what
to
I was. So I didn't know he responded like that. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
they really, you know what I'm saying, be playing like that. Maybe it's for
Yeah,
real.
I
But when
mean,
I seen,
somebody didn't give Southside the message. Southside
Word.
obviously, Southside wasn't there.
Southside ready to pull up with a stick.
oh my god, yeah, bro,
Southside wasn't playing no game.
he probably just seen the live. Like, hold up, what?
Or a nigga was like, "What? Nigga ain't talking to my bitch like that. He tripping."
He's like, talk to your bitch like that. Don't talk to my bitch like that.
Yeah, bro. But I respect it though. I definitely respect niggas in the South that they stand up for their baby mama like that because you know what I'm saying is what it is. So interesting. We're gonna talk some more about some other rapper relationships, rapper beats in a little bit. And hitting the chat real quick. Shout out to B Cherry. We see you in the chat. You know, we definitely gonna have you back on here soon. We definitely gotta have the ladies back.
I ain't know B Sherry could spit, son. I seen her spitting some fire. I had to show some love.
I seen she got some lyrics.
Yeah, boy.
Me and B Cherry got a track too.
I got something.
We got to bang it together.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
You gotta check that out. So moving on though, we gonna talk about next this Jay-Z news. I don't know if y'all heard. Apparently Jay-Z got an album in the works that might drop any day now. They saying. I think he might do it like he did the 444 joint. So they're saying it might drop sometimes this month, maybe next month. I mean, he hasn't obviously officially released a statement saying he's doing this, but what they're saying is everyone in his camp say he's been in the stew, which I believe because it's been a minute since 444. It's been like 4 years or so, maybe even so.
Something like that.
That was his last joint, right? 444? Or am I tripping?
Yeah,
I feel like that's what it was.
Yeah, it was 444. So they say, so the thing with this album though is what everyone is saying is this is going to be very, very heavily African influence. Like it's going to have a lot of African drums, African sounds, African beats.
They kind of been on that though.
What's up?
Jay-Z and Beyonce kind of been on that.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be kind of like how that album that they had together sound, but it's going to be even more like African influence.
So I can imagine that.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. I can see it, and I feel like if there are any artists that could kind of take that sound and make something, he could do it. You know what I mean? I feel like he's good.
I'm thinking when you say African, you talking like more like Afro pop, or are you just talking? I don't know if you.
No, not like African pop, like if you in Lagos and Nigeria and shit like that, like the music they listening to right now, like them real African sounding songs, like they kind of got the African songs kind of started getting more popular, or kind of as popular as Jamaican songs started to get. Kind of like
like that.
That's the sound. Yeah, I believe that's the sound he's kind of going for. That more like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like I could imagine him taking those natural instruments and like making some real hip hop shit with it. I could already tell.
Right, facts.
I could already tell.
And let me get y'all opinion. So regardless of how you think if it'll sound good or not, y'all keep it or leave it. Y'all think we need to hear some more Jay-Z? Or you think he kind of need to sit down right now and how y'all feel about it?
I'm thinking, yeah, we want it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, he can spit, he can make good music. You know what I'm saying? He knows music. So if anybody can make a project like that, Jay-Z, well, I'm gonna give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really hear Jay-Z on the music, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know Kanye, he's more on the musical end. Jay-Z's just a heavy spitter, but we all know that Jay-Z knows music. You know what I'm saying? So he knows a good record. So if it's some BS, I know he ain't gonna put it out. But yeah, I'm gonna give him a shot, man. Like, especially, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the musical aspect. Like, I'm gonna see what he can bring, cause I know Jay-Z has a spitter. Like, he got bars. Everybody know he got bars. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know if he can, you know what I'm saying, like, really on the musical end, like without spitting bars or whatever it is. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what's up. I think it'll be good though. I'm ready for it.
Okay. What about you, Clay? Take it, keep it or leave it.
I say I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna definitely take a chance on it.
Take it.
Only because it's Jay-Z. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I'm not really having any high hopes for it. I hate to say it. But that's because like 444 didn't really resonate with me. Like, I don't know if
it didn't really resonate with me either.
Out.
Yeah, it was. I feel like that's yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people who are like older than us, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't technically old heads, but we ain't as young as we look either. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the type of music that the type of talk he was talking in 444 wasn't something that we were gonna really like pick up and listen. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this album is a little bit more on the median where he can touch everybody and we can be able to enjoy it because it's Jay-Z. But
to be honest, this album and maybe it's out 444 and Kingdom Come is probably his 2 least albums I listen to that I like play songs from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Us talking about Jay-Z made me want to go Watch the Throne. Like that's what I want to go hear.
word, like even Watch the Throne. I ain't listen to that in a
But
while.
when you listen to Watch the Throne, because Kanye, you hear that that real musical aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Because Kanye's always gonna bring that musical, them samples and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really wish they got the chance to do that, to do Watch the Throne 2. I don't think we ever gonna see it, but
ain't seeing that one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that one, but you know, that
I just hope they know that motherfuckers gonna be downloading albums again if that shit was to start getting into the works. You remember how crazy that shit was?
Crazy, yeah. I wish they would, but probably not.
That's why I make sure to buy that bitch.
Facts. So yeah, definitely looking up. We'll see. I heard what they're saying is that the only like a couple people are going to be on the album for sure. Beyonce and Rick Ross, and I think they said a couple of like African artists, like really prominent African artists right now. So again, should be an interesting sounding album. So let's see if that's the whole theme or that's the
Cole
whole.
on there. They couldn't get Cole on there.
Nah, yeah. See, it's been a. When's the last time he and Cole actually been on like the same song? It's had to been a minute.
I don't even know. Has that ever?
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened.
Yeah, it's happened.
I forgot which track, bro. But on
I'm gonna try.
It's Cole's album, minute, though.
Yeah, but it's minute. Yeah, you definitely been a minute. They definitely need some more tracks together. They tripping, bro. I know they can make some bangers.
Right. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. Moving on. Next thing we're gonna talk about.
A Star Is Born.
A Star Is Born. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, that's it. Next thing we're gonna talk about. Quavo and Saweetie. As we like to call them on here. Saweetie.
They be trying
to. As reported before, and like I want any ladies that's in the chat right now, I definitely want to get your opinion on this because I've been seeing a lot of back and forth and different opinions, surprisingly both male and female. I've been seeing opinions that I didn't think I'd see from either side. But obviously it's not there's obviously trouble in paradise, or I guess paradise is done because they're not even in a relationship anymore from what they're saying. So but recently more or I guess new evidence has surfaced. TMZ got hold of this video. Now it should be noted that I think a lot of people have been getting confused. This video isn't recent. Like I've heard this video from like a year ago or even over a year or so ago. In the video though, and here's where things get kind of like dicey, because depending on what you believe, or I guess how you view the video, I done seen people having different opinions on what they saw.
But there's a longer version and there's a shorter version. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a shorter right? That's true. What I saw, it looked like for whatever reason they were fighting over this Call of Duty special edition thing that Quavo had, the orange. That's what that is, that orange suitcase thing. The Call of Duty, some special edition, Black Ops, one of them. I don't know what was in there. I don't know if Saweetie really liked Call of Duty and they was fighting over who was going to play this shit first. I don't know. But they went in that elevator and looked like she was trying to snatch it out of his hand. And from what it saw to me is that he wouldn't allow that to happen. So the thing ended, the case ended the phone on the floor. He did not hit her from what I saw. He did not hit her. No, but she somehow ended up on the floor. I don't know if that was from her.
Yeah, because like it looks like when that what you just explained happened outside the elevator, she then kind of like swung, and instead of him like grabbing her like from that wrist, he kind of just like grabbed her by the waist and just like
swung her around.
And like swung with her, like he like used her weight against her and like swung her into the elevator, and then that's when she just kind of like sat down. I'm not sure, I can't remember if he like slammed her or whatever, but yeah, that
here's my thing. While I'm not condoning what that nigga did in the elevator, and at the same time, I'm not going to say that it was some serious shit because he did not hit her.
Yeah.
But Saweetie definitely dragged it a little bit. I don't care what nobody want to say. For what happened, Shorty was on the floor like she just took a right hook from Mike Tyson, and she was on the floor for a good minute, like even up until after the elevators opened, and she's still, and it's like, bro, you dragging this. You did not even get hit. How are your legs? Yeah. She woke up limping. I'm like, yo, how is she limping? Like, what even?
And you see, and that's that shit that's scary, bro. And that's why I try my absolute best not to put my hands on a woman, because the second you do, it's over. They can say anything.
Really how it happened or the circumstances before surrounding it. It's just you did it. You know what I mean? So, and which is where I want to get y'all's opinion, because in my opinion, first off, we don't know the details of what even led up to that altercation. So I can't really say who's right or wrong based on whatever they was fighting about. But I could definitely say that situation or that what I saw there in that elevator is definitely not the first I've seen a situation like that. And like Clay just said, it's definitely scary for dudes because you sometimes girls put you in a situation where it's like you're damned if you do or you're damned if you don't. You know what I mean? Like, because you definitely can't put your hands on them and you definitely can't treat them or act violently or aggressively as you would with a dude. But sometimes girls will put you in a situation even worse than a dude will put you in. You know, like, honestly speaking, as far as testing you physically and mentally.
Yeah, they're gonna push the limit.
Yeah. And so, starting with Clay, I'm gonna get your opinion first. First off, I want you to tell me what do you think happened that led up to that. And two, do you think that what Quavo did, how he could have handled it differently, or would you have handled it any differently in the same situation?
Yeah. I mean, as far as what I feel like they were arguing about, I mean, I don't know. I think about it in a lot of different ways because it could have been another argument that led into her being petty, trying to take maybe something out of his hand. Maybe she bought him whatever it was that he had or got it for him, and she was trying to be petty and taking it back.
I was thinking,
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of it's a lot of possibilities with that. So I try not to even think about that, but definitely the main thing, you know, as far as, you know, the whole physical interaction of it. I mean, would I have done anything differently? I mean, if a girl's trying to swing at me and I'm trying my best, obviously I'm not going to swing back, but I'm trying my best not to get hit. And at the same time, you know, to try to calm her down. Yeah. I feel like there's only so much you can do, you know what I'm saying? Especially because, like, if I feel like especially if it was a different situation where we were both free-handed and you just swinging at me, my first instinct is to just try to continue, you know what I'm saying, until you calm down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And then or if you're like, oh, get off of me and you're gonna walk away, okay, cool, I'll let you go, but just don't swing at me. You feel me? Like, it should never get to that. But
and do you feel like she dragged it a little bit, staying on the floor like that, or?
Oh yeah, being on the floor and doing all extra shit, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I said before, like that's why you got to be careful when you get put in a situation where you have to defend yourself and you might have quote unquote put your hands on her because she's laying on the floor. You know what I'm saying? She could have just took her shoes off and did some other shit and then started walking out looking like you damn near threw her in the elevator. You know what I'm saying? And that's never fair to us as men. And that's why we got to be very careful because you never know what a woman will do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Don, what about you? You think Quavo could have handled that differently or?
So, yeah, I believe he could have handled it differently because of his stature. Like, right? You said it's a Call of Duty.
That too.
An addition. What is it? What is it that they were fighting?
It was a game. I mean, and it looked like they just finished shopping. Because if it wasn't for that, I would say maybe something else was in the case that he put in there.
That's what I'm saying. What could it possibly be?
Honest to God, it's a Call of Duty Special Edition Blackout. Like, you can look it up. Like, that's exactly what the shit is. Like, I don't know.
What I'm trying to say is, if it was, it better be like a diamond in there that's worth about $2 billion, or you know what I'm saying? Something very, very valuable in that bag. The reason why he was like, yo, I need that bag. People were joking saying it was his phone in the bag.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe. Yeah. But my thing is, maybe like Clay was saying, it was a situation where she bought it for him and they were arguing, and he was like, or maybe even he bought it for himself. And they were arguing, and he was like, well, yeah, I'm about to go home and just play this Call of Duty. And she's probably like, no, you know how girls be. She probably like, nigga, fuck, you ain't playing shit. You know what I'm saying? It was trying to, like,
but I'm saying, you're Quavo. If she's just to spite her or show her what's up, like, go buy another one. Like, if it's,
yeah, I'd be like,
you know
okay, goodbye.
Like, all right, bet. Then just go buy another one. But then you
see, here's the thing, though. It's just like sometimes you'll see, like, two little kids arguing about something petty, or you'll see, like, or even grown adults in the streets will shoot each other. And you'll be like, okay, it'll be because of this. And you'll say, no, it's not really because of that. It's the disrespect and the principles of the matter that came. Because like you said, maybe it was some shit where it was like, okay, boom, he could have went out and bought another one. At the same time, some people really don't like people snatching shit out their hand, bro. I can tell you that straight up. Like, no matter who it is, you could be their mom, dad, whatever. Don't snatch nothing out their hand. Like, so part of me feels like it to him at that point was more like, oh, she really trying me, like, you know what I mean? And you can tell that moment he wasn't really thinking about anything other than like, all right, I'm not gonna let her try me. Yeah. And then he looks up at that camera and you can tell he's like, fuck. Like, like those
Like,
exist.
damn. I wonder who released that though. Like, Saweetie must have went and she had to have something to do with that tape
I
being
was gonna
released.
say, yeah, you
Yeah, I
never know.
feel
She
like
probably
because
went.
what's funny is the video. It was from a year ago.
Yeah.
Why nobody ain't seen this? After that incident, either her or Quavo must have reached out to the mall or where they was at and was like, "Yo, dub that video."
Mhm.
And then now all of a sudden TMZ got their hands on it a year later. I don't know. It seems kind of strange to me.
Saweetie probably went back and be
Or
like, "Hey, could you go to this date?" On
I'm about to
this
say,
date?"
or after the situation, she was like, you know what I'm saying? Her and Quavo probably talked about it. Oh, we gonna let it go. And then she
Yeah.
went and probably had the footage for a situation like this where she probably
Yeah, she
thought,
probably had it
okay,
in her
I'm gonna use
phone.
it
She's like,
against
all
him.
right, let this nigga try me. I swear to God. Because it was funny. I believe she finally responded to the video either today or yesterday, and she had said like, while that incident was an incident that we put behind us and moved forward on, it's one of many. Like this other, there's been many incidents like this that have happened. So it's like, damn, bro, like. These relationships, it's like you get into it with somebody, y'all do all these things. You know, granted, the two of y'all might see, say, and do things you might not want other people to know. But then when that relationship ends, it's like fucking snitch away. You know what I'm saying? Like just no type of discrepancy, no type of like.
But at the same time, though, it shows you what some people will deal with just because everybody else from the outside looking in is like, oh my God, it's so pretty. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so crazy you said that because that was the most jarring thing about this for me was when I saw the video and it said a year ago, I was like, whoa, so they've been going through this type of shit for over a year? If you let Quavo and Saweetie and the Instagram tell it, they was in the most perfect relationship that we've seen since Jay-Z and Beyonce. So it's like, yo, the elevator really tells all because it's the same shit. When Solange slapped up Jay-Z in that elevator, we thought everything was good with him and Beyonce. And it was like, So I don't know, man. It's like, but like you said, bro, I think it's really interesting that from the outside looking in, until we see certain things like this, we just think everything is good. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they good goals, relationship goals.
Which as a relationship, it should stay that way. You know what I'm saying? Your business shouldn't be out there, especially if y'all able to figure things out within, a certain period of time. That's fine. But
and that's my whole thing. Because like they said, the video's old is from a year ago. Now you got to think about this in year Quavo. Now you like, damn, this is getting brought up now when we done got past this. I was over a year ago. Like, you're not even on that. Yeah, like it's crazy, bro. But I can't really ever feel too bad for people in the spotlight and stuff like that, because my opinion, I don't ever feel sorry for rappers or these girls they date, because the girls, they know what they get into dating these rappers, and rappers, y'all shouldn't date women knowing that y'all are still the way that you are. You get what I'm saying? Because like Saweetie said, and I believe her, is that there was many incidences of infidelity in this relationship. And I'm pretty sure the same shit. Cardi B just decided to start dealing with it. Cardi B just said, fuck it, I'm going to just live with it. You know what I'm saying? Because Offset brags about cheating on her in his songs. You know what I mean? So
for real.
It's like if you're with somebody and y'all come to an agreement is agreement. But I don't like this. I don't like the, snitch on everything and tell all our business, put out everything in the streets because it's over now type shit. You know what I mean? Like that's just tacky.
That's wild. Yeah, that's definitely tacky.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully everything with them straightens out. We'll keep an eye on that as well. I'm sure there'll be more developments.
Word.
Moving on. This is going to be the last, I think, of our entertainment. No, it's not. There's a bunch of other shit. Okay. So real quick, I don't know if y'all got a chance to see it. We're going to talk about Godzilla versus King Kong.
I did not get to see it yet. Fuck.
Ooh, boy, you missing out. I've been
binging One Piece.
Yeah, I ain't get to see it yet. I think I should be watching it tonight though. I think I should be watching it.
If you get the chance, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I got a chance to check it out. I believe it came out Thursday night came out like 3 a.m. Friday morning or some shit. I was extra thirsty, so I was up at 3 a.m. I got a chance to check out the whole thing. It's a pretty good movie, bro. Of course, especially since y'all didn't see it, I'm not gonna sit up here and spoil anything. There's really not much to spoil it because it is what it is. What the title is what it is, and that is mainly what you want to see, which brings me to what I would consider the more negative side of the movie. The human characters. The human characters are just like, and this could just be because we don't care, because we just want to see Godzilla and King Kong. But I feel like everything they was trying to do with the human characters was just like not working for me. There's a little girl that has some sort of connection to King Kong where she can communicate with him through sign language and I guess kind of like telepathically. And that was cool. That kind of worked. It was cool to see that. But everything else is kind of like, you don't really care about what the government cares about. And the main plot line is that Godzilla, who when we left off in the last movie, he was good. He's been going like crazy, killing people, killing innocent people and destroying stuff. And Kong, they're trying to use him to get to this Middle Earth place, they call it, where Kong is from, where there's other creatures like him and Godzilla. And basically, there's just a collide because King Kong is in the way of what Godzilla's trying to do and vice versa. So the highlight of the movie would definitely be them fighting, the inevitable fight that they get into.
That's that's
what you want to see, and that is the best part. The visuals are crazy.
The CGI, I bet it's the
actual
OD. The CGI that is the CGI. I bet you like that's OD.
Oh
like,
yeah,
super
incredible,
realistic.
bro, incredible. I would highly suggest watching it on if you have like a 4K TV or whatever. Like, probably like.
No, I do.
Yeah, so I definitely suggest it because definitely some of the greatest cinematography and visuals I've seen as far as like a fight, like a monster movie. And the movie, what I think was good for me, what I liked better was that it was more focused on King Kong. It's definitely more of a King Kong movie than Godzilla.
I figured it would be.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because King Kong is obviously he's a monkey, so he's more human-like, I guess you could say. So they could convey emotions to him that they can't through Godzilla. He's just a dinosaur technically. So the movie is definitely more focused on King Kong. So if you're looking to see more Godzilla stuff, this is definitely not. It's kind of more a sequel to Kong Skull Island, the original movie they made.
Got you.
Yes,
I figured.
So it's cool. Millie Bobby Brown is in it, the girl from Stranger Things. Brian, what's his name? Brian Tyree Henderson. I forget. I know I said that completely wrong. The dude from Atlanta, he played Paperboy.
Which dude from Atlanta?
The one Paperboy.
He's in it. Yeah, he's been getting a lot of work lately. He's he plays like this kind of conspiracy theorist guy in it. He's pretty good. So I say definitely check it out. If I had to rate it like out of 5, I give it a 4. I give it a 4. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 5 is because I'd honestly say the human characters, just the human storyline, you really don't give a shit about. You just like get to Godzilla and King Kong.
But everything else is dope. Okay.
Everything else is pretty good. I give it a 4 out of 5 for sure. So I'd tell everybody check it out. If you got HBO Max, check it out.
I'm definitely. I think I might watch it tonight. If not, I'm definitely gonna watch it soon.
Yeah, it's definitely good. Kong is that gorilla. Oh, okay, yeah. Kong is that gorilla. Yeah, he's definitely for sure. Moving on, we got those. All right, I want to talk about this KD thing real quick, and we're gonna talk about some other real quick news because I want to get into the real news. We got a lot of that. Everybody that's in the chat right now, please stick with us because this is gonna get a lot more interesting. KD right now, we didn't get to talk about it on the last episode, but Kevin Durant, if you don't know, I'm not gonna get into the whole history of it, but he's had a history of beef with Michael Rappaport. I believe that's how you say his name, Rappaport, or whatever. If you don't know him, we should have had a picture. I don't think I put a picture of him, but if you've seen the movie Jungle Fever, he's the white guy from Jungle Fever. He's a famous actor. He's a big NBA fan, roots for the Knicks. I believe he's from New York, if I'm not mistaken. He talks a lot. He's definitely one of those New York people that always got his mouth running. I like him. I think he's a cool dude.
He's a comedian.
I like him too. Yeah.
What you say, EJ?
Is he a comedian?
Yeah, he's like a comedian / actor, but I guess you could say first and foremost he's a comedian. But I like him. He's very charismatic. He's always very enthused when it comes to sports. He knows his talk about sports, so which is how he got entangled with KD to begin with. I think he at some point a couple years ago back he said something about him, or he just doesn't like how he plays in general. And KD, as we know, is not one to back down, which I like about him. I like that he doesn't. Although I do agree sometimes he acts a little bitch, like he acts like a hoe sometimes. Like he be kind of like caring about stuff that other players would not care about.
And he got like KD 1 million burner IG accounts or Twitter.
Yeah,
accounts.
like even all that. Like who does that? Like, and so KD went and I guess he DM'd Michael Rappaport and he went in. I didn't get a chance to put up photos of the actual conversation, but
the conversation was fucked up.
Fucked up. KD had a lot of interesting. He had some interesting choice of words for him, and from what it looked like he had said to Michael Rappaport after, because Michael Rappaport was the one who let this situation be known.
Who leaked it?
He leaked the photos. Apparently, he deleted the things he said. So which you could do on Instagram and then message him. So it kind of just looks like KD was attacking him,
SOD.
which is crazy. But that's one thing. But what I want to talk about is the consequence that KD got. He was actually just fined $50,000 by the NBA for what? And okay, so before I get y'all's opinion, let me say my opinion real quick. What he said was, it was a little intense, yeah. And I get that he used some words in there that aren't really words that we like, that are approved words these days that we shouldn't be using. But I don't think any players' conversations that they have with someone outside of the court or outside of, why should the NBA have any input on that or give you a consequence or discipline you for that? You know what I mean? Like, this was.
I hate to say it and sound fucking corporate when I say this, but it's because they're under NBA contract, and so which means anything they do, whether they're on an NBA facility or not, they still represent the NBA. So that's kind of why. It's because some of the things he said, if the NBA didn't like slap him on the wrist for it, then it would have been like, okay, so players could talk like this and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why.
But my thing is like, okay, y'all find this man 50,000. Did they find homeboy that said that? Did they find him money for saying that Jewish shit the other day? That said, Kike, did they find him? I know they said like he wasn't allowed to come there.
Did they?
Listen, even worse, they fined him. He got traded. And then the team that he got traded to waived him, so he's not even on a team right now.
Oh, for real? Damn! I didn't even know. I didn't even know all that.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't even know Miami let him go. They let him go.
Miami traded him, I think, to OKC, and then OKC waived him like the next day.
Man got the boot, boy.
And you know why? Because of his comments.
Jewish.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
But I don't know. I still think this punishment's a little bit harsh. I don't think because it's like, okay, how to what extent is this gonna go? Like, if I am in the NBA and I get into an argument with my neighbor and I call him some names, should I get fined for that? I feel like the NBA just really punished him because it got put out, and out of respect for Michael Rappaport, you know what I mean? Because all right, let's say that was a rapper. Let's say that was even Offset that he talked to like that. You think the NBA would have cared same way?
If it was okay, you're right.
If his choice of words were the same, I think.
You think so?
I think they would have cared. Yeah, they still would have cared, because you got to think about it. They didn't ask Myers Leonard if the person that he was talking to on the game was Jewish when he was twitching.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? He could have been talking to somebody that was black.
But my thing, so like Schomburg just said here, it was a private convo though. And I agree with that too.
And absolutely. And that's why everybody's blaming Michael Rappaport for the situation, because that should have stayed between you and y'all. That's why the
NBA shouldn't intervene, because it's like, it'd be one thing if Kevin Durant went on Twitter or Instagram, Snapchat and said this, boom.
It's out there for the world to see, boy.
Yeah, my nigga, but I didn't tell this nigga to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know what's funny? Like, you know what's crazy? The same excuse that we were talking about it earlier. The same excuse. Dang, I'm having a brain fart right now. But pretty much, KD was like, "Yo, this side I talk to him on all the time."
Yeah,
he said to him, "I've said worse shit to you."
Yeah.
He said, "I've said worse shit to you." Like, what?
That's why when I seen it, I thought they were like kind of like joking with each other. Like, even like there's a little video that Michael Rappaport put up. And like it looked like a skit, like some comedy type shit. You know what I mean? So
I know them niggas had beef for a while, so I knew if anything. But I don't know. I just feel like, bro, it was a private, because this was like, imagine you was like, say there's a woman that works for maybe a kid network, or she's a host of a child show, right? And she sends nudes privately to some dude that's famous, and the dude puts out the nudes. Should she technically get fired? She didn't put out the news. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. It's like, my nigga, yeah, I spoke to you a certain kind of way, but I didn't tell you to go tell people that, to go run and go put that out to the world. So I don't think the NBA should punish people based on conversations they had privately that had nothing to do with the NBA. It's not like he mentioned Adam Silver or anybody, you know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. The language that he used was despicable. You shouldn't be talking like that, obviously, especially on a public platform where someone could see or put it out. So
Because you can say some disrespectful shit without necessarily offending a race.
Yeah, using that kind
You know what I'm
of
saying?
language.
I could think of a few things to say where I ain't offending no race. Like if you're pretty creative, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So
But that was but that was a low blow in Michael Rappaport's like.
Yeah, it was.
Come on, man.
That was a bitch move.
That's a soft.
But I mean,
move,
I guess
man.
he felt like maybe he felt like, oh, this nigga's bullying me to the point I don't know what to do. But then again, it's like
bullying is the perfect word.
Bro, Michael Rappaport was snapping too. Like the stuff he was saying, like even in the tweet, he called him like some like
which
a bald
leads me
bitch
to
or something
believe
like that.
maybe Michael didn't when he put it out, he didn't intend for it to be like, oh, look how mean he is, punish him. You know what I mean? I think he more so looked like, look at this crazy nigga, like how he talked to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, you ain't see the tweet that he tweeted with it. He was like, I can't believe someone. He was like, I can't believe that someone of as big of a stature as this person. He was being a big bitch, bro. Big bitch.
Because at the end of the day, bro, we know where Michael. If he ain't he from New York.
Supposedly,
so, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he's from New York now. We gotta check his ID.
I think New York banned him.
Yeah,
from
bro.
New York
he might be from Connecticut. I don't know.
That's how. Ain't no way. I'm not publishing no conversation that me and a nigga have, bro. I'm gonna curse you back out and say what I gotta say or whatever. But I'm not gonna go. You know what I mean? Come on, that's stupid. But yeah, regardless though, I feel like maybe 50,000. That obviously ain't shit to KD. That's like $10. So, but. We'll see what happens with that. I'm pretty sure he has a lot more.
So KD he did some kind of apology, but it's funny because I think the apologies it was weak. Like I feel like he's still standing on what he say. To be honest, like
yeah, I'm sure he does.
He apologized like, man, you know, I don't want you guys to see me as that. Like this is not like me saying that is not what I want you guys to see me as, and I apologize about it. And you know, let's move on. And that's pretty much all he said. You know what I'm saying?
But, yeah, that's all you can say, really.
Yeah, you can't really say nothing else.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so we keep watching that. We'll see what's going on. Moving on real quick because we pressing time. We still got a lot to talk about. Bad Barbie, I believe is how you say her name. Bad Barbie. So Bad Barbie. Bad Baby.
There's
not Barbie.
Baby. There's another Bad Barbie. Bad Barbie's a different person.
It's Bad Baby.
Bad Barbie and Bad Baby is two completely different.
You got Bad Barbie, you got Bad Baby, you got Bad.
I didn't even know Bad Barbie
everything.
existed. I just know that.
So who the fuck? Wait.
I know who we talking about is Bad Baby.
Yeah.
Who the Catch Me Out? Who's Catch Me Outside?
That's Bad Baby.
That's Baby.
This girl we talking about right now?
Yeah.
So who the fuck is Bad Barbie?
That's a different artist. It's another female.
I don't know who that named is. I don't know.
Anyway, Bad Baby. Is this the 18-year-old Catch Me Outside girl? You guys might have noticed she's that white girl that basically appropriates black culture. She this whole time apparently was not 18, which was unbeknownst to me. I thought this girl was at least about 18, 19 years old.
Oh, nah. She's been a baby this whole time, bro.
I did not know that. So she just turned 18, I guess, recently, created an OnlyFans and made $1 million in one night, which I'd like to check the facts on that. But
6 hours to be exact.
6 hours.
How much?
6 hours to be exact.
6 hours she made $1 million. So I guess that many people. I don't really got much to say about this because I don't fucking understand. This is my thing with OnlyFans, and this is the only way I'm gonna comment on this shit because the OnlyFans is such a mind boggler to me. There was a time in life when people had to go to a store, or even furthermore, a shitty video store, and go to a disgusting back door in said video store to rent even pornography. Not even going to talk about where you would have to go actually fucking purchase it and have it in your home. That's a whole different story.
Word.
We fortunately moved on to a day and age where we got the internet. All that shit was free, which is fine. So I cannot understand or grasp the concept of OnlyFans. To me, like, I wouldn't pay for Netflix if Netflix movies were free on the internet. Right? I feel like that just wouldn't make sense for me to go fucking do. Yeah. So why do people pay for OnlyFans? I don't get it. And from what I've seen from most of these OnlyFans, they don't even show a lot. Like, they don't even go the whole nine of what you would want to see for what I would call my money's worth.
It's fucking genius.
So I don't see the appeal here, guys. Maybe y'all like
well, first of all, you gotta,
and I'm saying for the female, not for the people purchasing it, for the seller.
Yeah. First of all, you gotta remember, OnlyFans wasn't created, you know what I'm saying, just like for female or like to be a quote unquote porn site. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, trust me. Yeah. I know that wasn't the intent. I know that wasn't the intent. I know that's not what the app was created for. But I don't get, and like y'all said, I understand the women that are selling. I get it. Do your thing. I completely understand. But I don't get why people go. Some of these OnlyFans are $16.99, $17.99 a month, $18, $20. Some of them, if they think they're popular enough, I've seen up to $30 a month.
Yeah.
You go to some of these girls' things, there's like 8 photos and 3 videos of them in a bed.
Yeah.
With no guy.
Yeah, that's what these niggas get for purchasing that shit. Now, when I was thinking earlier, I'm like, yo, she did this OnlyFans. I don't know, like, what she's gonna put on the OnlyFans.
What is she gonna do? Did
that's
she
what
say
I'm saying.
What it's for?
Nah, I don't think she said or whatever. But it'll be funny as fuck if she go in there and just start get a beat and just start rapping on every video.
Yes,
bro.
bro.
I didn't tell y'all niggas I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like. And it goes to show you how kind of just like perverted the world is. It's like y'all are so gross that y'all were literally at y'all computer waiting to hit sign up and pay whatever money this little girl was ready to charge for the minute she turned 18.
Bro, she's
only potentially see something.
She's only been 18 for a week, bro. That's borderline like illegal. That's borderline fucking child pornography.
It's like literally she turned 18, she made the OnlyFans and announced that she turned 18, and then boom, niggas was like word.
My thing is like, did Shorty say she was gonna be what she was gonna put up, like what the content was gonna be?
You see the stigma on OnlyFans right now, bro. As soon as she says OnlyFans, like people start like, oh, where is she gonna be on there naked? All right,
yeah, they assume it's gonna be like
the first thing that
Because don't even like Chris Brown and Tyga have OnlyFans and like all
but Tyga, his shit is explicit low key. Like he has girls that he pays and they get naked or whatever, but they just be doing fun shit. Like I don't think they do anything explicit. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't know, man.
So like I don't know if y'all know Lisa Ray. She's the old
Lisa Ray, the old
actress from before Lisa Ray, and she made one I think a year ago, and everyone was going crazy like, "Well, Lisa Ray made it." I don't think she put any nudity or anything on there. I don't.
And that's what I was gonna give my take on it and say as well is that like. I see the game, and the crazy thing is, it's like, how can, people not even gonna say people, how can men not see this, like, not see that, like, and I don't know, man. That's why any woman, and to each his own, but any woman who's doing it and not doing it, being like trying to be a porn star, and they just send a little sexiness and they making their bread, y'all are fucking geniuses if you got the body to do it, because these niggas is stupid. And I hate to say it, but it's true.
I done seen girls on there just selling like they'll literally just be showing like their feet, or they'll just be showing pictures of them in a thong or whatever.
Literally Instagram.
I done read shit that there's some girls that niggas will pay them for them to mail them their panties, like alleged worn panties, but more than likely these ain't no day. Could you imagine how fucking sick you gotta be to have pay somebody to mail you their used underwear? What is wrong with you, man? You need some kind of fucking therapy. You need to get off the damn computer. You gotta get out. You gotta
get outside to get some vitamin D.
Dog.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, that's it's crazy. But hey, the females, hey, get your bag, man. Keep finessing these niggas, man, because
they deserve it. Really trying to argue that women are not smarter than men. The past 2-3 years, especially, have shown me, bro. I cannot argue that men are smarter than women, because I don't think you can get a group of women to pay for men's dirty draws through the internet or to send you. Nah. You'd have to at least be famous. I know girls get like that for niggas famous, but some of these girls is like, what are y'all niggas paying for? What are y'all really paying this money for? Like, what?
All the girls is probably doing is going and buying some cheap drawers from panties from Walmart or something like that and mailing it.
Oh yeah, of course. It's easy for
them. Rub them in the toilet water.
Yeah.
Rub them in the toilet water real quick.
You charge $50 for the drawers, but they buying it for $10 or $15, $20, $30 come up.
Not even. Probably go get it for $1 from the dollar store.
Or that. You know what I'm saying? Spray some perfume on there and just mail it to the nigga. He's like, oh my God.
Oh,
disgusting, boy.
Niggas is weird.
Like, what?
Niggas is fucking weird.
You get that shit in the mail, you open it up, you're like, oh, yes. He's like, I've been waiting for this.
Like, what you do with it? Like, picturing that shit, it's so funny to me that I can only imagine it as like a Dave Chappelle skit. Like, I can't think of it seriously. Like,
and then, you take it out, you hang it up on your wall or something? Or you, put it,
oh, no, man.
Put it in the case?
Weird.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so shout out to Bad Barbie girl. Get that money. Get that million.
Get that money, homie.
Get it. Yeah. So that was entertaining, but we gonna move on because, like I said, the time is winding down. But we got some serious news to talk about. First thing, first thing we're gonna talk about is the trial. Let's talk about the trial. Let's talk about the Derek Chauvin trial. I don't know if you guys have been getting a chance to see the past couple of days. Like I think what would be like 5 days in. Yeah, the Monday will be day 6. So today was the 5th day of the trial. Wow, this has been an interesting trial for sure. Before I even talk about my opinion on what I've been seeing with the trial, though, I do definitely want to say that, like, I know I've seen some people posting it. Like, I think, Claire, I saw you today posted that you were watching it. You know what I mean? Like that. I know people probably have been getting a chance to check it out. But I just want to say, like, when these type of things happen, especially when, you know, things happened months ago. Obviously, we know that situation happened on May 25th. That was like literally a good 5-6 months ago now, or even more. We gotta like keep up, bro, because I done been seeing more people talking about Quavo and Saweetie and even the Bad Barbie thing and a lot of other stuff than I've been seeing anybody talk about this trial. And this trial right now is very, very important. Like, I don't think people understand how crucial this trial is, especially as far as what we'll see in the future with justice and the situations that, you know
Afterwards,
what I mean? Like,
facts.
this shit is important. And I really wish a lot more people would be watching it and posting it and getting involved with it. You know what I mean? Like, like I said, like back in 95, whatever the fuck it was, look how crazy black people went over the OJ trial. And OJ didn't do shit to us or for us. You know what I mean? He didn't even care about black people until he needed their back to be the trial. And we supported him all the way. People was outside. It was on it. But I don't see nobody talking about this. And it's really disappointing because this is important. This trial is a lot more important than what happened. So anyway, with that being said, the trial is Monday to Friday. It usually starts at 10:30 a.m. If it's not on CNN, it's on YouTube. You can just search it up. It's always live. They play the court live. Past couple of days have been witness testimonies. Everyone that was there at the scene of the crime, because it was a crime, was for the most part witness. There was a woman that was a off-duty EMT that the police didn't believe. And okay, all right. Now, so before I even get into that, I want to. Sean Burke just said in the chat, it's too much to watch for a lot of people. That is true. I'm not gonna lie about that. There was several times in watching this thing where I was watching even at home by myself, where I was like, yo, I don't even want to. You know what I mean? Because the trial got to a point where they had to play the situation from each body cam view of each police officer. So we had to watch about 5-6 times in a row the whole ordeal of what happened. And if anybody's, you know, if you hadn't seen it, looking at what George Floyd did or how he acted prior to being apprehended by the police and what happened is even more shows you that what happened was not called for. You get what I'm saying? Back in May when we all first saw this, all we really saw was that video of him being killed. But we didn't get to see everything else. And while, like Sean said, it's hard to watch these things, it's still important that we got to kind of suck it up and watch it, bro, because you got to see. You have to see. Word of mouth doesn't do the justice of anything. Like, it really doesn't. Telephone doesn't do the justice of anything. Social media does not. When you look at the video of what happened and what led up to it really can be a lesson, you know, in a lot of things, or how we treated by the police and how things can escalate up until it gets into the court. But anyway, I'm ranting. But the situation that occurred, and the testimonies that we've been seeing in the last couple of days have been really emotional. They spoken to his girlfriend, that was his girlfriend at the time. They spoke to the 9-year-old girl that was a witness to the crime. They spoke to I believe I told y'all the guy that was trained in mixed martial artists. He went on. The 3 paramedics that responded to the scene went on. And I got to tell y'all, it's not looking good for the defense. It is not. From what I've seen in the past week watching this, I'd be if Derek Chauvin walks, I'd be shocked at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's the thing with you know what I'm saying, situations like this, bro. Like, I remember I was way more in tune. I should definitely be more in tune with this case, but I was way more in tune with the Trayvon Martin case, right? And you know what I'm saying? I remember we was all watching Trayvon Martin case at the time. We were like, yo, this man's really gonna get some time, bro. This is crazy. Like, he gonna go to jail and he ain't getting nothing. Again, so like, my faith in the judicial system and my faith in, you know what I'm saying, the judge, the jury, all of that, is I just have no faith in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I that's why I try and stay away from him.
100%, and I feel that. And you know, but one thing that I can say for sure, and again, this relates into me saying why it's important to watch court and see how this plays out. The major difference between this and the Trayvon Martin situation or any other thing is the stack of evidence, both visual, audio,
That's facts.
eyewitness. It's like it's almost overbearing. It's almost to the point where you're like, there's no way anyone with common sense could say. Today they had on the witness stand the most respected, most decorated law enforcement officer in Minnesota.
The number one rank.
Homicide
The number one
detective.
rank. Yeah, the
number one, 35. They even asked him on the stand. They said, "Tell us, what is your rank?" I had to say it, but I'm number one. He said, he's been working 35 years. He has homicide experience. He got on the stand and said straight up, what they did to George Floyd was wrong. His knee should not have been on the neck. He said police are not trained to do that. All 3 EMTs that responded on the scene said that by the time they came on the scene, George Floyd was dead. He had no pulse.
He was already unresponsive.
Unresponsive. In the video itself, you can almost see the moment where he loses his life. You can almost see the moment where he stops breathing.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say, as far as what the officer said to the number one rank officer today, he did mention, like, as far as an officer using aggressive force, where not only they should, reevaluate the situation, especially if the person who's being detained is, 1, already in handcuffs, and 2, is being unresponsive. Usually they're only supposed to use that much force if they were, feeling for, having to defend for themselves, or if the person that they were trying to detain was, like, maybe trying to put themselves in danger by running out into traffic or something like that, which for the most part,
have you heard, what that's what the defense are trying to use? Because first off, the way court works.
Yeah, no, and trust. Yeah, I saw, like, the defense are basically trying to say, like, oh, they did that because they were trying to keep him from running out in traffic, and they realized that he was under the influence, and
not even just
all
that.
Other
the
shit.
Main thing they're saying is that the audience, the crowd that came, and they're saying that crowd was so rowdy and so, like, out of control.
That too,
prevented them from doing their job correctly. That is what the defense is trying to run right now.
And the number one rank officer said that rarely happened.
Straight up. Because, and again, if you look at these videos, while everyone in that crowd is they're shouting, they're stating their opinion, they're saying check his pulse, he's dying, you're killing him. None of them are getting out of control. They're not crossing the line. They're not trying to touch the police. Nothing. Most they're doing is recording and screaming. And and so looking at that, and then looking at the other thing the defense is trying to use in their defense is that he did not die from being choked to death. He died from a drug overdose.
From cardiac arrest. Yeah, they're trying to say it's cardiac arrest.
From cardiac arrest from a drug overdose, which, yes, he was on drugs. When you look at the videos from him, from when he was in the store, how he was acting when the police approached him, how he was acting when they sent the kids out to go inform him that he used a fake $20 bill. He was being erratic. He was clearly high. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he wasn't in 100%, but he wasn't about to have no drug overdose. You get what I'm saying? Like, we done all been around people that have been on even hard drugs. And if you're at the point where you're even about to be touching overdose or cardiac arrest, you are not verbal. You are not up moving around. You're not.
And that's my thing. How could you use that as a defense? Like, are you saying I killed him before the drugs killed him? Like, I don't get where the defense
they're
is
saying, because remember now,
he was gonna die anyway.
Yeah, that is exactly it. They're saying that regardless of whether Derek Chauvin's knee was on his neck or not, he later would have died because of that overdose. He would have gotten a cardiac arrest because he was on,
which is straight cap.
Because whenever somebody has an overdose, you're supposed to save them. You're not gonna kill them. You're not gonna, like, be like, okay, you're about to overdose. All right, here you go, and hold their mouth and, like, kill them or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
And
or let them die. You're gonna save them. So,
and the fucked up part about it is it's exactly that. But while he had his knee on his neck and called for the EMTs, he still got his knee on his neck. Oh, he needs help. Yeah, he needs help. Get the EMTs, and then still got his knee on his neck.
If you watch those body cam videos, like I said, you could almost see the exact moment where Floyd loses, because the whole time he's verbal. He's speaking to the people that's in the crowd. He's saying, I can't breathe. He's screaming out for his mom. He's responding to other people in the crowd, telling him to try to breathe other ways. And there's a moment where he just nothing. He clearly died right underneath y'all's feet. Right. Word. And I believe what happened in this situation was that they noticed he was dead. Right. But they were like, okay, if we stand up right now, it's blatant that he's dead. This whole crowd sees he's dead. To be honest, if you've seen Do the Right Thing, like how they did with Radio Right, it's kind of the same situation.
Yeah.
Because it was like the police knew, like, yo, if the crowd sees that we killed him, it's gonna be a whole nother thing. That's why I believe they kept their knees on him until the ambulance. Because when you look at the video, by the time the ambulance come and they all pick him up, put him on the ground, it's like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all putting a dead body on a fucking in the ambulance truck for? He's dead.
Yeah,
The man's completely lifeless. He was even on the. You can see his elbows hanging off the thing, and they're pushing him in the thing, and he's just like, you know how a dead body moves when it's complete, like you dead. There's no movement. And one of the witnesses, which they spoke to, the kid that sold him the cigarettes with the fake 20, and I, honestly, I felt so bad for that kid because right now, in his mind, this whole situation escalated because of him, and he could have just took the 20. You know what I mean? But the kid even said, interestingly enough, that when I knew he was dead because when I saw them put him in the ambulance car, instead of going straight down Chicago Ave, which everyone knows is the fastest way to the hospital, they went down 38. They went down the other way. They didn't go to the hospital. And the EMT even said they performed what they call a take and go. The scene to them, they said, was too hostile. So they put him in the ambulance and went 2 blocks over to 36th Street and stopped there. And in that amount of time, they tried to resuscitate him. They tried to put a trachea in him. They tried to do, he was dead. He was dead. And what I'm thinking, I feel like at this point was when the police were probably like, yo, this nigga, he cannot be dead. He has to be alive. Like, whatever you do, we cannot bring him to the hospital dead. But as we know, it was too late at that point.
Yeah.
And all this evidence has been coming together in the past couple of days through testimonies, through body cams. And it's really got me feeling like, bro, how could they overturn this? How could there be any other direction than he's guilty? Clay, what you think?
It's just that now, even though there's all the evidence, it's just that now we have to figure out, is there enough evidence where they can determine that it was, manslaughter? But I feel like even with that, I mean, this nigga might not get more than 25 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
and I mean,
I don't think he's not gonna get life.
That's my thing. It's 100% manslaughter. If they call it anything else, bro, it's bullshit, bro. Like, it's 100% manslaughter or murder. But okay,
because don't for manslaughter, don't you have to have? Because this is why I feel like he could beat manslaughter, because he can argue that I did not know. Which we all know is bullshit. But he can argue, I did not intend to kill him. I didn't know George Floyd before that day.
That's manslaughter, though.
I had no reason to want this man dead. He can argue that.
That's manslaughter, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you didn't know, but you still killed him. You know what I'm saying? This is
okay, and so murder is actually when you contemplate it and
when you actually do it with intention.
So I feel like he at least got to definitely at least get manslaughter.
Yeah, exactly.
Because,
now it's the sentencing. What you know what I'm saying should be the issue, because if they give you manslaughter, but you know what I'm saying, give you all these things to make your sentence go all the way down, and you're only getting a slap on the wrist, probation, and a year of jail time, then, bro, that's still not justice served, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think, if he is convicted, I don't think he's going to get anything short of 5 to 10 years. I don't think he'll get anything short of that.
He ain't getting that 25. He ain't getting it.
Yeah, and even if he does get 25, he ain't gonna serve 25. You know what I mean? At most, he'll maybe do like 10.
10, 12.
10, 12 at most, yeah. But my thing is, like, dog, at least it's a start. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we've been seeing a lot of this since Trayvon Martin, which was 2013 or so, or 12, I believe, even, or 2000, maybe even before, like 2011, right? But this is the only thing where I'm like, bro, like, looking at the video, you're like, this is disgusting. This is blatant murder, bro. Yeah. Murder. We've seen videos where police had to kill somebody because he might have reached for something, or they might have thought he was reaching for something, or, look at the Breonna Taylor situation. They thought they had the dope boy's house, so they went in guns blazing. This was a situation where the dude was clearly just a little bit too high for whatever pills he took, and out of his fear and his angst, y'all took it to the next level to kill him. When y'all could have simply detained him, put him in the back of a truck, and took him on to the hospital wherever he needed to go to get until he was sobered up. You get what I'm saying? So with this specific situation, I feel like we gotta see some kind of, if niggas don't, if there ain't no real punishment, I hope they set the streets on fire. And I say that, you know what I'm saying, with all in every way possible. I hope they set it on fire because this is ridiculous. That man's straight. And what's the
that's
most
what I
disturbing
feel,
thing?
and that's what I feel is coming. I was gonna say that's what I feel is coming because I already know, even with all the evidence, and even though it was a great day for evidence today, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like even with all the evidence, bro, it's not going to be something we're going to be satisfied with. And you know what I'm saying?
But let me ask you this, as you speaking for the voice of black people like you, what would satisfy? What would you think? Death? Like, y'all think y'all want him dead?
No, I don't think anybody, regardless of what you've done, deserves the death penalty. If you need to go to jail for life, then you go to prison for life. Excuse me. So, I mean, at the very most, I feel like he should get something close to a life sentence. I don't want to say life, but something close to a life sentence. And at the same time, I feel like it should be one of those things that is brought into account for future situations where a cop uses excessive force on a black or dark-skinned individual. So this way they will think 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times before they try to do some shit like this again. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So that's what I hope to get out of it. But we'll see.
How I put it from you know what I'm saying, what I believe. So did me, I don't think the cop woke up that morning and said, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna kill somebody today, right?
That's my thing. I don't think that was his intention.
I don't think that's and when he's seen George Floyd, I don't think he's like, man, I'm gonna kill this.
I'm gonna kill that nigga. I don't think that was
no. All right. So when he was on top, like it's I believe he used a lot of police brutality, like his power. He used his power to where
and they were trying to get him in the truck and he was resisting. So they did have to bring him to the floor.
Mm-hmm. And I believe, like you said, when it comes like training, when it comes to the training of the police force, I believe like all that with him was just all messed up. So I don't think he should do like a life sentence. I'm thinking more like 10 to 15 because it's manslaughter, bro. It's manslaughter. You killed somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because
there has to be
because where your head was at the moment, your knees on this man's neck, and you knowingly know he can't breathe. You know your knees on his neck. You can't not know.
And
you
didn't get up.
You didn't.
Even when it took up until the paramedics to come.
Yeah, he was struggling. One of
the paramedics testified that even when he got there, he had to verbally tell Derek Chauvin, "Yo, move off his neck, so I can
get
check
off
his
of him,
pulse.
so I could check him." Yeah,
exactly. So that's complete like disregard of human life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to pay for that. You got to pay for that.
What really, and when you watch the videos and they're on him and he's dying, he's screaming, "Mama, I can't breathe, help me." There's people in the crowd screaming, "Yo, let him breathe, give him some air." And the Officer Tao, the Asian one, you can hear him saying again, "Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs, kids."
Exactly.
Like, bro, this ain't about no. And you can tell in their mind at that moment, that is why George Floyd died. Because to the police at that moment, he was just some strung out nigga on drugs who was resisting arrest. Exactly. Who cares? Keep him down until we can get him out of here. Mm-hmm. And that's why he died. And again, that's why the behavior and the attitude of people that become police is what needs to be checked.
Exactly.
Because once they got a badge on and they're put in a certain situation, they have this holier than thou attitude. That's like anyone. How you look at a crowd of people and say, "Oh, don't do drugs, kids. That's why this is that." No, this ain't happening to this man because he's on drugs.
He making a mockery of his own job.
Exactly.
Like,
you know what I mean?
This shit
and that's why I said. So some people be like, "Oh, he was racist." I don't think he was racist. I just think he's just his mindset. He has a complete.
I would say he's racist. He has a history. They looked up his history. He did the cop. I think what they saw. The only other person he had even shot was a black person. Mm-hmm. All 90% of his arrests were like black people or something like that. He was definitely a racist.
Okay.
Do I think he intended on killing a nigga that day? No. But I do think Derek Chauvin was racist. And I think he was in this neighborhood, that corner they say is very known for this kind of activity. And for you could tell the neighborhood is a hood, kind of, hood neighborhood. You can tell he was just in a black neighborhood. He's like, bro, who gives a shit about this guy? Who gives a shit about this neighborhood? Who gives a shit about? That's their attitude. That's what it is, bro.
That's like I was gonna say. I think for him it was more the area, because you got. I'm not gonna lie. You got some white people, or not even gonna say just white people, but just other people other than black people that will judge a black person based on how the black person presents themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
if you come across as someone who, you know, is well put together, you know, you doing your
Respect,
thing,
yeah.
where you seem respectful, okay, cool. You know, they'll give you the
Yeah.
respect where it deserves. But when you come off with your pants hanging off your ass and
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
already in the hood and
you look a
stuff,
certain
like,
way, then they're gonna
yeah,
judge you
and
like that. And it sucks because you
and
shouldn't judge
plus he was
anyone
already
regardless.
high. He
But
was very, you know, he was
exactly,
like
you know what I'm
very
saying?
erratic. He was, you know, so
Like I said,
it's
I think
already
I'm thinking it, like if you say what would we be satisfied off of, I'll be satisfied with a 10 to 15 because like I said,
10 to 15.
Yeah, you didn't have any regard for human life at the moment. You were abusing your power at the moment. You heard him pleading for help at the, you know what I'm saying, at the moment, and you disregarded it. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to pay for that, bro. If somebody comes in, like in Florida, you got to stand your ground rule. If somebody comes in your house, but if they're running out of your house and you shoot them in the back, you're gonna get manslaughter. You're gonna get time for that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like somebody, they could have robbed you or whatever, but you're gonna get time for that. So I believe he needs to pay for what he did. You know what I mean? And that's what I believe.
Yeah, I think he should. Maybe life is a little bit, you know, too harsh. I feel like he at least need to get about 15 to 20. And if he in any type of way gets out in 5 to 10 years, I feel like it should be mandatory for him to go around to different precincts, different police things, and speak to them and talk about his, you know what I'm saying? Like, confront what you did and go, because it's just like when you were a kid and you do whatever, your parents will make you go in front of your cousin or your little brother and say what you did wrong, you know what I'm saying? So everybody making it, he should do that. I feel like they should now use him as the poster boy of what a wrong police officer is, and they should use him to correct that behavior, because you don't want to be Derek Chauvin. That's what it should be. And it should be like, you, Derek Chauvin, if you're not going to be locked up, you should have to be mandatorily, you should go around and speak at wherever it is. I don't know if they do like little seminars or whatever, but explain what happened, why it happened, and what you did wrong, and how you understand what you did wrong. But and again, maybe he doesn't. I'm looking
all
forward
that
to
is
see
cute and dandy, but I need a law placed in order to be satisfied.
Yeah, and that's whole separate. There's a whole other thing of laws that we need to make to even correct this behavior. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this case. I'm looking forward to seeing if he takes a stand and his point of view, because as of right now, all we have is a recording from his body cam of him speaking to someone after the incident, and him saying, "Oh, he's a big guy. We had to take him down." That's all we got from Derek Chauvin right now. And he's saying, you know, so I'm interested to see what he's going to say on the stand. Yeah. So yeah, everyone, like I said, if you can stomach watching the videos and listening to the testimonies, I really, really would hope that everybody would take a chance to at least watch that trial for a day or two. You know what I mean?
But not for nothing, embrace that feeling, because
embrace the feeling, bro, because we need to start taking those feelings and those emotions and doing the right things with them. You get what I'm saying? And really using it, because there's something got to be done. That's all I can say.
Facts.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, embrace the feeling of the fear of it, because everybody's scared, everybody's emotional, of all of that. But embrace it, so we know how serious this is. So this way, if you're not satisfied with the results, you know what to say afterwards. You're not going to go based off of he says, he says.
Because, and I'm so glad you said that, because that's like my next fear kind of with this is, boom, they might go, okay, Derek Chauvin walks, he's free, and then everyone's gonna be up in arms. But it's like y'all wasn't even watching it, y'all wasn't even paying attention or saw what happened as to why he walked or what. You know what I mean?
That's true.
We gotta start following things all the way through if we want to be treated with respect. That's all I'm saying. Facts. We gotta wrap this up, but we got one more thing to talk about. I'm gonna try to make it as brief as possible, because I know we're pushing over an hour. We're gonna take a little 5 minutes. Today we had a little incident at the Capitol. I guess it's definitely little compared to the January 6th incident. Oh man, this one's really interesting, because found out about a little hour ago, he's a young black guy, man. He looks like he's got to be about our age. Like he's got to be somewhere
25.
between 25. Yeah, that's what I assumed. Young black guy. First off, I read about his influences of what influenced him to do this. Basically, all I can say is Muslim. He was very under the Muslim influence. in the past month or so, he's been looking up a lot of stuff about Farrakhan and Malcolm X and the Brotherhood, all that stuff. And he's been posting a bunch of that on his Instagram and his Facebook. And he's been like, that's what he's been on, clearly. So this was definitely motivated by that. The incident that occurred was that he broke through a certain barrier, which he had to push through two Capitol officers to get through. He hit the barrier. Once he hit the barrier, jumped out of his car with a gun in his hand. From what they're saying, he stabbed at least one officer, which is then they shot him and killed him, obviously. Clearly, in my mind, this man was
hold
just
on,
insane.
pause. You said he had a gun in his hand? I don't think he had a gun.
No, he had a knife.
He had a knife. Yeah, you said gun. That's what I said. You said
I
gun.
said gun on accident, my bad. It wasn't a gun. If I said gun, my bad. He had a knife. He brandished a knife in his hand, which he went and stabbed one of the one that died, and he was shot in turn. The other one, I believe they had to send him to the ambulance. I don't know if he's okay yet, but
he's still in stable condition. Yeah,
still okay.
The cop that went, the other officer.
Yeah, because two of them were injured. One died. One is I guess from what Clay said is in stable condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
From what it looks like to me, beyond just the Muslim influence or whatever he was looking at in the past week, this kid was clearly just insane. He went on to say, like, from what I read on his Facebook, he was saying stuff like basically how black people are treated in the country and that he felt like America has ruined his life and all this stuff. But come on, you bring a knife to a gunfight with the National Guard. Clearly, nigga, clearly you didn't. That was like, to me, that was death by cop, or what they call it, suicide by cop. You know what I mean? That nigga clearly, he was just trying to do, what I can say I don't like, though, is the fact that they've already, in less than, has to be less than about 8 hours, less than 8-10 hours, they've dwelled so deep into this nigga's whole history, everything about him. And you guys remember Mr. Suicide Bomber, which you could say is basically the same thing. They didn't do all that for this nigga. We didn't get all this damn information and go deep dive into his Facebook and you know what I'm saying? And already with this kid, this black kid, they are making this whole thing about the whole Muslim thing and the fact they even reached out to Farrakhan and the Muslims to get a statement. And Farrakhan probably like, bro, I ain't tell this nigga to go do that.
I ain't tell this nigga to do that.
I didn't even know this nigga. Like what? Like so let me get y'all's opinions real quick before we get out of here today on this, because I don't like where this is going already. I can tell by tomorrow this is going to be a media fiasco. Because it seems we already done forgot about suicide bomb nigga. We've already forgot about Colorado shooter nigga. Because niggas ain't all him. Why in the same day? Why don't we go deep into his Facebook and his Instagram and see all this?
Real.
You know
what pills he taking?
Yeah, know exactly what pills he taking. All this shit. Why we don't know about this? So, what's y'all opinion on how they looking at this situation? How they treating it?
Man, go ahead, Don. Go ahead, Don.
All right. So first of all, that nigga crazy as hell. It's a really stupid situation. Like I don't get what's going on right now. Why are people like I don't get
it. Very politically.
I don't know.
And the internet, social media, and the internet.
Yo, the CDC put out it was a joke, but the CDC put out some zombie apocalypse. Bro, it got to be something going on with Corona messing with people's heads right now, because like I've been seeing too much of this crap right now. But anyway, so yeah, that nigga crazy. Like, first and foremost, he's crazy as hell, probably insane. I don't get it. He deserves whatever happened to him. The only thing though, that supermarket nigga, he alive. He's alive right now.
So
I think they shot him in the leg or something.
He's alive right now.
So my man said they didn't have no legs. They couldn't shoot my man.
I'm just saying.
Today couldn't get shot in the leg.
I'm not saying this black dude ain't deserve it. Like, he's stupid as hell. Like, you deserve like that. That's a suicide mission. You deserve.
If that's what happens, you deserve it.
Death
but
for
like,
that.
White boy killed niggas in the supermarket and they shot him in the leg.
The supermarket nigga alive. That's all I gotta say about that.
Look
one.
all the
Hey,
January 6th. Look how much of them ran up in the Capitol. How much of them is dead? How much of them is dead? Out of all of them that ran in there.
Or like one. Sorry, low. So one of them did die.
One of them died.
The stupid one. No, they shot the lady. She died. That one died. But all the rest of them walked out with their lives. Look at y'all can look this up. There's on there. I don't remember. This is 2000 something. A black lady who her family did state that she was kind of not right in the head or whatever, something like that. Worked somewhere around there in that DC area. Drove up that into the Capitol. They drew guns on her, told her to freeze and stop. She didn't. She reversed. Even had her daughter in the car. They shot her and killed her in her car. You can look it up. Real story. The woman died. Black woman, completely dead. Homie today, another black person stormed the Capitol, died.
Yeah, and you got to remember. I mean, granted, you never know, but I don't know if they did research. I checked.
They say he took out a knife.
That's what I'm saying. Did he have guns in the car? You know what I'm saying?
No guns.
Nope, just a knife.
All right, so it's a knife, and he's dead. I'm just saying.
Homeboy, like I said,
I'm
Colorado.
just saying, my guy in Colorado.
10 niggas,
when it's
9 people and a cop,
and that man's
shoot him in his leg.
He's probably eating some good.
Shoot him in the leg.
He's probably eating some good goulash right now. He's probably eating some good spicy noodles and
He's probably in South
peanut butter.
Bro,
Peanut butter jelly
sandwich. Watching
They
this
rolled
shit
my
right
nigga
now,
in court
bro.
in a wheelchair. He had a lawyer. My nigga whispering to his lawyer and shit. I'm like, you just killed 10 people. Like, what the fuck is this?
I'm just saying. I mean, stupid people, they gonna get dumb things gonna happen to them. Stupid people, like, you know what I'm saying, they deserve whatever happens, like when you do stupid stuff. But I'm just saying, man, that Colorado dude's still alive.
My thing is, why is it that when we see the color black, that's kill on sight, kill, but everybody else, we need to talk to him later. So shoot him in the leg.
Because
we need information.
You could look at it like this: they killing us and they trying to recruit them. Like, hold on, we might need you later to shoot this motherfucker. Hold on, bring this nigga in.
I don't know what the fuck going on, but it's
definitely
like
scared of us. I know that. I know that's
every
definitely
one of these dudes that shoot up. These white dudes that shoot up places are like Dylan Roof, the nigga that shot up the thing. Even like why they can't kill them? Why them niggas always get a warning shot? You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma walked out limping on his leg. I'm not Oklahoma, sorry, Colorado walked out limping.
He ain't had no pants on. He only had some drawers on too. I don't know. That's kind of funny. I don't know.
I heard he's the one who took at a certain point he surrendered. Like he took off all his clothes and he told cops, "I surrendered." That's why he was in his boxes. Yeah.
Man, like I said, that man walked, and this dude
he walked.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the point.
He
so my thing is, it's like, bro, RP to that Capitol officer. You know, I don't agree with it. But I don't want to hear shit about this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't care about because they had no reason killing homeboy. I don't agree with whatever he did and his reasons because I ain't no Muslim. I don't go reading up on Farrakhan or letting none of that stuff get in my head. But this clearly was a kid. Like, if you want to ask me who between him and Colorado had a better chance of resuscitating their mind and getting back to normal, I think this kid. Colorado killed 10 people in the supermarket. This kid was clearly just reading too much garbage on the internet and went nuts, Man,
kids, stay away from them damn conspiracies, bro. Don't end up like this nigga, please.
Bro, and that's why every time I talk to anybody that has that they try to even start to push these conspiracies, I'd be like, bro, come on, chill out. Because once you start to go down that slippery slope, you will end up like this nigga.
Yeah, bro.
For real.
It's crazy.
Driving into the Capitol. Oh man, RP to him, RP to the officer that lost his life, man. And I hope that we all some change. 2021 is looking to be quite interesting.
Got a boo-foo.
Yeah. Shit, so y'all thought 2020 was something? All right. Yeah, March. What is it, March?
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Well, I don't got nothing else. I don't know if you guys.
Shit loud, nigga. We in April.
Oh yeah, it's April now. Facts, April.
No, I'm good. I'm good. This was a long episode today. Where we at?
Episode,
an hour and 20, but some good topics and some good stuff. I appreciate everybody who tuned in.
For real.
I do got something to say. I do got a album I'm in the works on. It's gonna be dropping probably by the end of April, if not the beginning of May, called Universe. So y'all check it out. And I don't know if y'all got anything to say, but that's it. Y'all check it out. I'm gonna be dropping some snippets on my Instagram and just going hard trying to get this album ready.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that Universe track, and project, man. That shit definitely gonna be dope. Can't wait for y'all to hear it because he been playing that shit for us, and that shit been fire. Definitely I'm on there as well. You can check me out on the next project as well. But yeah, I ain't got nothing coming out right now. Definitely got music working. Got visuals working with Don soon. So yeah, just listen for the announcement soon. But till then, Universe, nigga, get the Universe.
I already know. And guys, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, future episodes, we're looking to get some more guests. Y'all gonna see more guests on soon. Definitely talk about some more debates. And comment, subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
For real. Bless up. Pop up.